big thing that everybody wants to know about, everyone's always talking about, is first-time home buyers and credit.
Yes.
You know, like how do I gain credit? How do I keep my credit, increasing it?
So credit is huge. That's the number one thing that you have to be aware of. So when you're thinking about buying a house, you should have a mortgage person pull your credit report. Because if the score is too low or you don't have enough, we can walk you through the steps, like how do I get the credit that I need? Or if my score is low, how do I get it up? And it could be just as simple as like paying down a credit card by $30.
Really?
It's so easy. So how can we get their score up to where we need it to be? And it'll just give us the steps. And if they do it, it goes up. So
That's something that a lot of mortgage brokers have? Is that a general, like...
a lot of us have it, but a lot of us don't use it because it's expensive.
Oh, I see.
So, and it's a charge that we can't pass off to the buyer. So, yeah.
Interesting. So there's little things like that.
Yeah, so it's expensive, but it's worth it because if they can buy a house in
Right.
the future and you help them be able to do that, then it's
So
definitely worth
someone's getting to their credit. They have, let's say, 550 credit score, somewhere around there.
it. Yep.
They don't have any debt, but they've got student loans. That's the only debt they have. What are some questions that you would ask or
I would
advice?
give them the advice that they need to try to get a credit card like at Old Navy, Kohl's, or something like that.
Okay.
Or also try to be on their parents' account, like an authorized user,
Okay.
so they're not responsible for it, but it gives them credit. So, but only if your parents make their payments on time. Because if not, don't do that. But I would do an authorized user. I would also go to my bank, like go and get a secured line of or a secured credit card. So that's just where you go. They'll give you a credit card for $300, but you give them the $300.
Right.
And then you can charge on that and pay it off, but that builds your credit.
What are some misconceptions or myths
About credit?
about increasing credit?
Oh, increasing credit?
Like you should have 2 cards, you should have
Oh,
0
yeah.
because you have
There's
1.
no- yeah.
Spend this, pay it off immediately, keep a balance.
Yeah, it's really, the credit model is really hard to understand. But one good rule of thumb is to have 30% of the balance.
Okay.
So if they give you a $1,000 limit, keep it like at $300 or under.
Revolving.
Revolving.
Right. And there's three different types of credit. You want a revolving.
There's revolving, there's installment, and that's where you eventually will pay it off, and you can't charge more on it. And there's revolving. I don't know what else there would be. There's mortgage.
Okay.
Mortgage.
Yeah, so there isn't just like one credit, like just, yeah. When we talk about the world of credit,
Yeah.
it's not just I owe some money and then I pay it off and I owe some money and pay it off, but I'm making payments towards my car,
Right.
or I'm making a payment on this thing that's planned to get over, and then I'm continuing paying on this credit card that I use consistently, playing that whole game.
Yeah.
Not just one strategy, but
Right. And one of the other things too is don't ever have a late payment.
that is the big one. That is
don't.
like number one credit
one.
destroyer,
Yes.
a late payment.
Yes. Even if you have perfect credit and you have a tiny credit card, a $25 payment, and you miss that payment, it's awful.
It's almost the opposite. It sounds like it's almost the opposite of paying down, $30 and getting it.
Oh, yeah.
How does that work?
Well, so your score is based on your balance compared to your high limit. So
Okay.
you want to keep it at a certain level.
I see.
And sometimes even paying off or closing a credit card could lower your score. So
Really got to be
be
delicate.
careful.
Are there any resources that Salem people could go online or talk to somebody that you might know?
Nope, you have to do the mortgage. You have to pull a mortgage credit report, and then you have to do what we call a rapid rescore.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that's just where you do a plan, they do it, and then we get the new score.